Hi, Lasagna Club. Thank you for opening up your bottle of Blanc Sec de Suduiraut. This is a super exciting wine, and in the white wines in our first box, honestly, this is the one that I would want to sell you the most inside the restaurant. This is the one that I would want to pair with your first courses, with your seafood, with your cheese. This is such a beautiful, very flexible wine. So let's dive right into this. This is a white Bordeaux. Obviously, Bordeaux is famous for its red wines, for its classified properties. We think about, wines at auction, but the truth is that there is, like, before 1956, before the deep freeze wiped out a ton of vines, Bordeaux was actually planted more to white varietals, those being Sauvignon Blanc, Semillon, Muscadel. So in the case of Blanc Sec de Suduiraut, we're talking about a dry white Bordeaux from Chateau Suduiraut, which is in the southern area of Bordeaux known as Sauternes. So this area is famous for its dessert wines, and Suduiraut, in fact, was classified in the classification of 1855, where they were given the class of Premier Grand Cru Classé. So it sounds like the highest. There's actually one higher, one designation for one chateau higher than that, which belongs to none other than Chateau d'Yquem, which is the Premier Grand Cru Classé Supérieur. But being at the top next to Yquem is no slouch, that's for sure. So we're a blend of pretty much half and half Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon, and it gets a very slight aging profile in oak. So about 5% of this is aged in new barrels for 9 months, and 25% of the overall harvest is aged in neutral barrels as well. So it gives a very slight oak profile, but for the most part, I mean, there's a lot of exotic, cool flavors going on in this wine. I mean, you get a lot of green pear, green apple, like that Anjou pear skin kind of flavor, but then there's a lot of kind of grassy intangibles. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, that like very intense, like green note. This wine also displays that, but in a slightly different way. So you still do get like those grassy, herbaceous notes in this wine. And then the Semillon kind of comes to the party as well and brings a lot of kind of waxy, lemon skin, like lots of acidity, lots of freshness to the balance. And it's a beautiful blend. White Bordeaux generally is going to be some sort of iteration of Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon. There's more Semillon planted in Bordeaux than there is Sauvignon Blanc. So it's not unusual to find white Bordeaux with a high proportion of Semillon. Either way, I mean, we're talking about a 50-50 split here. This wine is great with so much seafood. I mean, Bordeaux's on the Atlantic coast, oysters, mussels, langoustines. There's so much seafood there, and if you go to one of the markets and you have a cold seafood platter, you're almost certainly going to be served a glass of white Bordeaux, dry white Bordeaux to go along with it. So yeah, just a fabulous wine. I mean, this is the one that I want to come back to and drink again and again and again. It is just such a fantastic glass of wine, and I'm glad that you get to enjoy this along with me. All right, thank you.